Thank you, Mr. Ambassador, for your time. As a first question, can you please tell me about the main topic of this meeting here in Defense Ministry towards Afghanistan?
Defence ministers of NATO and the partner countries involved in Resolute Support will be meeting to show their determination and their commitment to the mission at this very important moment when there is a lot happening politically within Afghanistan and within the peace process. NATO wants to signal a very strong continuing commitment.
Yeah, the main topics as we hear, this peace process is the main topic here and in Afghanistan right now. Secretary Pompeo had a visit Kabul yesterday, and he said that there will be a peace deal before September. Shall we expect a peace before September?
As Secretary Pompeo said, and as the U.S. Special Representative Ambassador Khalilzad has said as well, every effort is being made to start an inter-Afghan negotiation, and certainly when that negotiation starts, people hope that it will reach a satisfactory conclusion. But at this stage, the important priority is to start that negotiation, and so that will require the Taliban to agree to sit with the government of Afghanistan and other Afghans, and it will require the Afghan side to be united in its own approach to those talks.
Two topics are the main topics in Afghanistan. One is peace and another is election. As we are close to the election, if we shall expect a peace deal before September, is there any chance to delay the election?
The timing of the election is, of course, something for the Afghan people. NATO absolutely believes that elections are important and that they should happen. But as we are now 90 days from elections, and we are still several days away probably from starting an inter-Afghan process, the wise thing at this time is to follow both. Prepare for the elections and prepare for peace. And let's see where we get.
Women's rights, human rights, and freedom of speech was the biggest achievement in the past 18 years in Afghanistan. And there are lots of concerns among these women's rights, human rights, and freedom of speech activists in Afghanistan that these three things should be not victim of the peace. What is the position of NATO here, and what is your message to those people?
You're absolutely right. Everywhere I go in Afghanistan, if I'm traveling in the south, the west, the east, the north, Afghans tell me, ordinary Afghans, Afghan political leaders, Afghan civil society, they all say that respect for human rights, democracy, and particularly women's rights are vital gains to be preserved in any peace deal. And I think NATO absolutely supports that position of the Afghans. We try to reinforce their message and to amplify their voice. A durable peace will need to be built upon the gains of the last 18 years.
Are you seeing a possibility that Taliban should accept these three things?
This is something which, when the inter-Afghan dialogue and then the inter-Afghan negotiation starts, this is when Afghans sitting amongst themselves will have a good chance to assess what the Taliban position is, and the Taliban will have to listen also to fellow Afghans who now live in a very different Afghanistan to that of 20 years ago. So I'm sure when those negotiations start, these topics will be front and center for the debate.
Yeah, as a last question, recently Taliban warned Afghan media to not broadcast the military ads. Yeah. And if the Afghan media will not care, they will definitely become under the military target of Taliban. What is the position of NATO here?
It's totally unacceptable to threaten media and journalists with violence. This is in contravention of all norms and laws. So protection of media freedom, and that includes physical protection and security of journalists in Afghanistan is a huge priority, and NATO absolutely condemns anyone calling to conduct violence against journalists.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador.
Thank you.